Alright, we're gonna call that one a quick spring break.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that one a quick spring break. We're gonna lean into a couple different topics now.
Okay.
Alright. The first question is, what's the biggest man myth we did believe growing up?
I would say probably, if you're a man, you're supposed to have a bag of woman.
Bag of girl.
Yes.
Some man fear. No girl, long girl, no bungle.
Yo,
that's our
from
culture,
river,
right?
girl from jungle.
Me get beaten because of the song then.
Hala,
Serious. When I was about 7.
Who beat your mother?
Father.
Yeah?
And my father no beat me. My father no beat me. My father,
Yeah.
like twice in an entire
If I
life.
did say your mother would have say you that deserve beating that.
I'm tell you why.
Your father?
I'm tell you why. I write out the lyrics. You remember when I used to go primary school?
Yeah.
And I used to sell a songbook and them thing there?
Yeah.
I never buy the songbook. I would listen to the song over and over and I write out the lyrics. But I write the lyrics in my exercise book.
Double 6.
And my father see it.
Yeah, because the man spend hard-earned money. And the exercise book when me buy, feel write your book, you're working and you sing song.
After 1 or 2 times, I can remember my father, that begs enough to say, hey boy. Yeah.
I overplay me. The way that's funny.
I hear
a play. I 7 years.
I hear man. Me I give you a play.
Oh, you give me a play. Thank you.
I give you a
I
play.
appreciate it.
I give you a play. Yeah, but yeah, Peter, you're absolutely right. Well, what the biggest man myth? You here. I mean, it can be the same, me.
No, it can't be the same. Don't say it already. The biggest, that would be the biggest one. But the next one is that man no cry. But me kinda.
Man, nothing cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or especially, I tell my son, and this is what me do. This is my personal thing. What me do with my son. I don't know how you can or you do with your son, or maybe you will get a son where you might do. Is I tell him say, yo, it's okay to cry, but not everybody if you see you cry.
Yeah.
That me tell him.
Yeah.
Because when him lose some games, like some close games, and him, me see my butt, me hug him up and me say it's okay, cry, but no make everybody see you cry.
Right.
You follow me and say that affair, you're special people, your crew. You get me and say so me not tell him say.
And I think that shows him that he have a support system too. Because it's one thing to be for ball and be belligerent and you know crazy, and then you get ridiculed for it because
Ball like gal.
Yeah,
And the famous word, famous phrase that you ball like gal.
Yeah, girl.
So him expose himself to being belittled. But the support system thing important because if me and my brethren can't talk and him see me
tear up or water
you know, then I know my support system.
Yeah.
So that was a true myth for real. And
Was there any myth that you saw growing up?
that's one of my biggest thing, man.
Not for cry thing.
Yeah, the enough cry thing, like. No man, I watch our show and ball, man.
Yeah.
That happened to me already. I couldn't believe. It happened already. It happened to me enough, but no, but it happened to me already, man. You know the show Apocalypto? No, you know that show there with the Indian name?
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Man.
At what point you cry?
When the blood clot girl drop, when she in the water something,
pregnant.
when she pregnant, and me I said the man dey pan him we all know me I think about it and the man dey pan him we imagine the man run there and go see him woman dead.
But you see,
John.
But what you know? That's the thing. When we talk about our role as protectors, that's one of the things for me that would tear me up easily. See? Because the safety of my family is paramount, you know. Like me don't want them head hurt them. You know? Yeah? And see them, me feel it, you know.
And they will end up a spoil them.
Tight.
Yeah.
End up a spoil them too.
I had a sister that passed 2015. Never get to meet my daughter because my daughter born 2015.
Sorry for you.
Yeah. And bro, I remember console my mother because I was in Russia when it happened. I have to leave Russia, go to Florida to go sit to our affairs. See? And I had to break the news to my mother. So I get to Jamaica and I talked to my mom about, you know, thing, and obviously she devastated because it's our first child, firstborn child, and our closest kid.
Yeah.
Remember, you know, I just turned a father a few months ago, you know, and for a second, I tell you, bro, for a millisecond, I put myself in her shoes. Now mind you, this was the third child my mother lost. Yeah, my third sibling lost.
Wow.
And the most awful feeling I ever feel in my life. Man.
Of course.
Bro, just for things that something could have happened to my daughter. Mind you, I don't know her good yet. Because she had just 6 months.
Yeah.
And my insides rip up. So, yeah, I could have say where, you know, you see something like that happen where probably, you know, they're around when, you know, the mother pregnant or you had to be away for any reason and she go through certain hardships and it's tough, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think mothers even understand that men feel that. You know what I mean? Maybe we feel it differently for them where you're not around for a certain hardship where they might go through. Yeah, but you feel it too.
Yeah.
But them not
in a different way.
You know what I mean?
And that is our next topic to discuss. That is our next topic to discuss. Because they feel like we make out of iron.
Yeah.
Them feel like we make out of iron.
And you ever cry in front of your male friends?
Male?
Male?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't think me ever.
Me not think me about that
man.
still.
No, man, never bridging, you see. Well, I'm a brother. This youth, Andre Meek, big up yourself. This youth is like, we're really close.
Yeah, so.
And I can tell you, sir,
Am I
there's nothing him no beer to me and nothing me no beer to
Can I
you.
play?
I don't think it made I feel no way.
I cry,
Well, not that I can remember, but I'm sure it must have happened. Oh yes, yeah, when my sister passed for sure.
Yeah.
Because he was the one that was there too for me then. But bruh, no man, oh yes man, bad man.
But that is the difference between friends and just acquaintances, my friend. Because at the end of the day, if me can expose my vulnerabilities to you as my friend,
what the value?
yeah, you know, make sense.
Yeah.
You're just acquaintance at that point.
And I mean, think of it this way, bro. Like, when we have a Calabar, we talk about anything, we laugh about anything. You know what I mean? Like, if a man see you, see most of you, like we would see each other's emotions.
Yeah, because we
On
never.
a daily.
Yeah, because it was raw emotion at
was
that
raw
time.
emotion.
Yeah, it was raw. So everybody knew everybody on a certain level. You get the me say? And now, and as soon as we get older, it's like we start put a shell around it.
Yeah,
We not expose it like how we used to as boys.
true.
You think of the Jamaican culture?
No, I think it's just a man thing.
Man thing.
It's a man thing.
Except for when you
Cause-
reach a certain level of bonding.
Because when we
Then
can,
the shell start come off.
because what we can say, you know, from experience, is that men in Jamaica, 1000% less likely to have them kind of vulnerability around their male friends versus men in Canada or over here or anywhere overseas, North America.
That could be true. I
They're
can see. I can see
they
that.
expose themselves a little bit more in terms of vulnerability.
I can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
But then again, it depends on the levels of friendship. Cause look, if me and Peter come from basic school
And never yet see a bar.
and never yet see my ball, that shows a lot. That says a lot. That means expose, they're around me.
For certain.
I mean, expose certain things to you, and you get what I say.
Yeah.
So that is the next thing. Them man they back in a them time, in a them different country. Them man they come like brother from them and look at them man they beat together.
Yeah, true.
For us.
Them man they them man they all beat together.
Yeah.
You understand? So it is a different thing. Them man they don't look on certain things like how we would have looked on it. So we can see where the Jamaican culture there, the homophobic culture there, but then you can't really blame we. Because remember say a bullbrook in the musical Jamaica, you know.
What that?
You never hear about the bullbrook?
No.
But they
To be
used to send the meanest and the baddest slaves of Jamaica.
Bullbucking them call it?
Yeah,
Or-
bullbrook man. When them
Think
they used
they
to
hear another name for
them
it.
used to sexualize the
Ball
man.
breaking. That's what I'm called.
They must sexualize the man them for like show them say yo are we at the top
It's
and
dominate.
yeah.
Dominate the strongest male. In order for.
So that is why we grew up with the hate.
That's why we so homophobic.
Yeah.
Oh.
You follow me?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
That make a ton of
that
sense.
make a difference. It make a world of difference. Come on, African I really watch them things. I like how we watch it. Can it travel more? 3.
Yeah, man, you win, man.
No, so me now win. For sure.
No, you know.
Can it tell me have the yeah man. How we man? How we me have the rest of blank them man. How yourself?
Yeah, man, I will. You can't try to get double 5.
That double 5
A lot of way back home in Jamaica, probably still stuck in the I can't cry in front of my friend them, or if my friend them cry around me, I have to abandon them because obviously them man that
this is where the critical thinking and the experience and all these things come in, because as a Jamaican we have to travel before we start see certain things that exposed to certain kind of mindset. Because if we did still at Jamaica, probably we would even can talk about certain things. Oh yes dear.
What?
You can pause? Yeah, man, pause. Yeah. You see me? And that is why I encourage everybody to travel, even if we go St. Elizabeth,
yeah, man.
even if we go Hanover, even
You know anybody from Hanover?
Yeah,
Me never.
One person from over.
yeah.
Hanover is a place?
We can't
Yeah.
have a meet there. Yeah, man. She work at the food shop.
I know nobody from Hanover.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So,
You have to travel still.
yeah, man, because
man,
it is very important. Even if
different people.
because
More than half the life lessons I've learned is from travel.
thank you.
Yeah.
And I've been to 56 countries.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
As a champion.
As a champion.
No, play.
But for real, it broadened your horizon. It broadened your horizon in the sense that, boy, certain things where you don't look upon as, you know, in any purview. Once you are exposed to another group of people, and remember, you know, our country small. So when you compare our less than 3 million to all our country where 56 million people and 100 million people, and this is them norm.
Yeah.
You know? Like how you compare, how you like, well, when they had the wrong versus where we had the right. You know? It make you less judgmental.
So it's safe to say we can bust that myth. That myth of saying,
Yes,
man, not for cry.
Exposure, that exposure.
man.
Cap.
That's an underexposure.
Yeah, man. And
Yeah.
God, that's a better way to put it. The underexposure.
And to go back to Peter's myth now, once you're making a transition into being a man, you do away with the whole man for have enough girl.
You really want to talk about that right now?
Why not?
We'll leave that for your next day. Make we leave that for your next day.
I don't think some of us have.
Yes, make we leave that for your next day.
No, but as you grow older still.
No man, we have to talk about it.
Yeah, man.
We have to talk about it. We have to touch it. We have to touch
I
it.
think as a young man, you know, you talk about sowing your oats.
Yeah.
Saying it, and then remember, mind is mine, you know. Exposure is very, very important. because
Exposure, you hear that? Keyword.
For our,
You play this?
Yeah, son of
I
my
never
play.
hear it play, man.
Can it pause?
Yeah, man.
yeah.
So can it play?
So,
Me play this, you know.
So can it play?
How we ask you? Oh, you have that one this?
okay.
Alright, fine. Go on over.
No, girlfriend, I got slap with it. And give me a next one, thank you.
Yeah.
If you believe that, let's say, go through your life, your entire life, which may be short, may be long, yeah, and have enough girl and girl about.
Yeah.
You must be a man with a large appetite and very deep pockets and more than 48 hours compared to everybody.
It depends.
You know,
It
most
depends.
happy have
It
deep
depends.
pockets, you know.
It depends.
No.
That is why I say make we load this.
No.
Ken?
But how much words can you give in a day?
Ken. Make we load that topic for your next time.
Yeah, man.
Make we load that topic. This is session in itself.
That's true.
All right,
This is
so
a
we're
session in
all
itself.
right, so we're gonna have a day for that.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a day for that.
Totally,
We're gonna have a day for that.
Call her one day gal in a bungle.
Yeah. You have to remember, a whole culture
Yes.
was formed around that
Exactly.
one song.
Exactly.
Much less that subculture.
So we're gonna have to talk about Jamaica's Gallus culture and its effects on us.
Not
men.
necessarily Jamaica alone, because
Yeah.
there's countries that it is mandatory that you have more than one
The
wife.
player. Mandatory.
Because watch
Yeah,
out,
but that-
some countries, if you
that-
have one
that
wife,
formalized though.
one country, them laugh at you with one wife.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I saw a video like that.
Laugh.
No, no.
Where a man say him have like 19 wives.
Ridicule you.
Listen, I met a family already, you know, where there were four wives, 14 siblings, yeah, and believe it or not, one father, of course. One of the most efficient households never seen.
Of course, everybody
One of the
have a role.
most peaceful households never
Yeah.
seen. And one of the wealthiest households.
Kind of formalized and structured.
Yeah.
And you tell everybody.
Cause them gross
You
up.
tell the typical
Yeah,
man
no.
that a Jamaican, you know what I'm saying?
General.
Yeah.
Them man they are.
You know why? You know why?
While
You know why?
They will say typical.
Typical, yeah. Yeah, you know why? Because we instinctually were like that, but we lost it through all of the things that we go through. The colonization, the one woman, white man
Maybe it's a
style.
Western. Yeah, that, I was about
You get
to
to me, I
say,
say?
it's a
Because
Western
we-
society thing that.
If you got Africa, yeah, and that's how it start. That's how it start, my friend. That's why we can't tame as melanated. Or if you have any kind of melanin in you, we can't tame because it's in of us. It in us to stay and think and behave. Our ancestors them still a rule, and that we used to do. And the women had no problem.
But let's think of it this way, yeah. And we have, you know, what we call alpha males and beta males, and you know,
All
the other scientific terms where, you know, people put on.
Pantins.
Do you believe that every man can have gal in a bumble?
Every man?
Based
No,
on science,
no.
but
You
based
don't
on
think
No. Every man
Exactly.
can have multiple women?
Yeah.
Every single man capable of it?
Every single man.
No.
Right. So I don't think it's and mind you.
Hold on, let me clarify. In theory, or based on their
No, man,
individual
based on
personalities.
the individual
and,
personalities.
Okay.
Individual. Again, remember,
Yeah.
not
No.
everybody is.
Yeah.
Some man still has zero.
Exactly.
40-year-old virgin, me get it.
Zero.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Grandpa, now you just put that.
So therefore,
play.
and not to say everybody can do the same thing with the next man though. Yeah, because for a lot of us, it's an effort for, you know, be monogamous and be focused.
That is more harder than for me.
and things like that, right?
Yeah, you're right.
But if you're focused on one goal in terms of, you know, family and your relationship with your spouses, but I mean, Mr. Man do it. You know what I mean? You come up and you see man do it, and you see man, you know, lead a certain way and whatever. But because again, if you have more time, the more time you have for your hands, and we know the more time you have for your hands, the more time you have for more woman.
That's true.
You know what I mean? The less time that you spend with the person where it's supposed to occupy that time.
The more time you have for
The more time you have for
foolishness.
someone else occupy the time there. You see what I'm saying?
You know
So,
You know
and
what?
it's not necessarily some boy you want to, but I don't think that one person can fill everything that you may desire. Yeah? But them can fill most of what you desire if them know what you desire.
If they know what you did, like go back to the 80-20 rule. You know what me use and bust that same girl in a bungle myth? When me know say or notice.
You're flicking.
When me realize say.
Again?
Wait, Peter Pass?
Yep, no, Peter play blank, double blank.
When you
You're playing.
when you control your lust, you have so much more time for grow yourself.
True, brother.
No, like seriously.
No,
Once you master that, it's like a.
That is a very
It's like
difficult
it's
thing
a.
That's a
to know.
difficult thing, yeah.
It's supposed to be difficult. It's a superpower within itself.
Let's be realistic now, cause we're not going into some theories that we know none of
I
we
don't
can
theory.
live that.
No, this is not a theory.
So
This
hear
is
me
not
I
a
say,
theory.
hear
This
me
is
I
not a
say, hear
theory.
me I say.
Error. It's not a theory.
Alright, me get you. Me understand cause like me a man too, me understand. But at the end of the day, every man, even once in them life, want to
Lost.
have more than one.
Of course. We don't disagree.
Hold on.
We don't disagree.
Wait. And if we figure out the blueprint for do it, guess what we're going to do?
It.
We don't disagree with all of that.
But
we don't disagree with all of that.
that's
We don't disagree
no,
with all of
but
that.
what me I try to
But
say? Me I try to say it's instinctual.
Of course, we're wired a certain
Yeah.
way. We're wired that way.
So if we are wired a certain way, why get against nature? It's like I try to tell the river to go upstream.
But think
Yeah,
of this.
but-
Remember I know.
You know
There was a
how
point. There's a point. We don't live in a cave and a shit in a bush.
Exactly.
Not
What-
we.
So, no,
Not
man,
we.
no, man,
Exactly.
Everybody does shit.
No man,
at
we
some
have too
point.
much plains and too much grasslands.
I think we.
wrong wrong section.
I think what Kenneth says is that. Not because it's instinctual, and not because we're wired that way.
I know.
Means that we're supposed to
I
act on it.
No man, a grass.
Yeah.
Yeah man.
Expensive
Yes
grass.
man, I mean,
Yeah,
fertilizer.
yeah. But you say we got through that phase, and you say
Drops.
once you am I play?
Yeah, man.
You say once you master it, or
Bro.
come across it. Once you come across that plane,
Are you a salmon?
a what?
Are you a salmon?
Like swimming upstream thing?
Yeah, not even a fish. Not even. Are you a salmon? Are you a salmon? No.
But I get that analogy.
Yeah.
What-
Swim against the grain.
You know, so someone against the street.
That is swimming against. We are.
Alright.
Let me give you how me analyze life.
Yeah.
I am very raw and back to basic. So
Right.
me look upon nature and a whole. Even the trees, you have the one that spread the pollen. And that's blow breeze. And any woman tree we out there receive that seed, she breed, turn fruit tree. That are from one.
Yeah.
Right? If you look upon, we are pack animals. Because me never did think that humans are pack animals, but now it kind of makes sense because of the herding
Of course, herding.
and
Yeah, man.
the cultivation where we
That's
and the
shit.
habits,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
right?
Yeah.
If you look upon every pack animal, you have one dominant male who sleep with every woman.
But what about the other
But
same thing
the
with
other males them, but hold on,
yeah.
but the other males them still a get pum pum, but where them a get it from?
Not all the time.
Them still
look
get
on the
it.
wood.
Them still get it. Because the generation and the lineage come down.
Them I get what left
Alright.
Them a
So-
get what left,
Yeah,
but
they
them
get
still a
after.
get. But them a still a get. And them a get it from the alpha male woman them.
Alright, so
You get to me I say?
Alright, so
what
remember-
me I try to say is this.
Yeah.
It is going against your innate human behavior. It's like you ask
So-
your blood for flow
Alright.
backwards.
If we
so,
say, yeah.
so question. Remember, you know, all are we wired a certain way. And if somebody says something too tough to you or your family or anything like that in public, whatever the
Am
case
I
may
play?
be,
Am I?
whatever the case may be,
You leave it alone.
the way how you wired or all are we wired. We're wired to connect hand to face or foot to face right away.
You are going. Let's see what you are trying to say. You are going to learned behaviors. Me are going to natural behaviors. A baby is not naturally racist. That is a learned behavior.
Drops.
A picnic is not well disciplined. That is learned behavior. When I follow what me are trying to say.
Yeah.
So enough of the things that we are do is learned behavior. If we go back to our natural instincts,
Yes.
and not even it probably not even necessarily be chaos because chaos function within itself,
Well, I mean,
and there's functions within chaos.
some order have to
Organized chaos is still
It's
chaos.
but it's organized. But that's what me I say. So what we are trying for though, we are trying to justify something that we learned.
I mean, that's exactly why I say like this whole thing about having one woman is a Western society belief. That's what they taught us here.
It's a political thing.
Because you go on a different side of the world and it's different.
Watch this. Watch this, no. Remember, you know. Remember good, you know. Even if we are going to use all Bible and everything, that man never used to go in a church and go to talk about one woman. Abraham had how much wife David did have? How much wife Solomon did have?
At that time, then they have to populate, so then they have to do that.
No.
Not necessarily.
No. You never did. If them system that did there, back in them time, they are same way to that set. One man to one wife. And that is why divorce rates are high, my friend. Because it's harder to stay with one woman than to have 10 girls. I'm not ask you.
I said easier if you have 10 women?
100%.
Boy, I don't know.
As long as the 10 of them can get along.
Boy, I don't know.
If the 10 of them can get along,
Because
then it'll be easier.
Man,
how comes?
Sometimes it's difficult enough with one, you know.
Let's rewind.
I don't want 5.
Let's rewind.
But the one want to know about you, right?
Let's rewind. Let's rewind.
If the 10 of them know about each other.
Let's rewind to the conversation.
That's
that we
what I'm
have
saying, different one.
where
It's structured.
Kenneth exposed himself to a man who did have 4 wives and 14 picnic. If the numbers are correct.
Yeah.
Right? And that is the most peaceful, the most profitable, the most whatever the family there
So
is.
Kenneth, you didn't know a man who you have 4. You never expose yourself to a man.
I didn't expose myself to a man.
You just
Yes,
get, yeah,
let's get that one right.
I could just get,
I stand corrected. I stand corrected. My apologies, sir.
Yeah.
My apologies, sir. I never meant it like
the
that.
man didn't have 4 wives.
Yeah, but it worked. Yeah, it makes sense. But you get what I say?
Yeah.
So if them can operate as human, because at the end of the day, they must still human being.
Stick up to.
All right.
But that is not chaotic. That is organized.
Yeah,
that
it's a
is
structured
remember,
thing.
You know, there are rules within that too, you know. You see what I'm saying? Because even within the wives, there are hierarchies.
But you prove my point,
a first, second, and third.
But you prove my point. That is what Peter said. A Western society thing we are live under, and we are trying to adapt for them mad psychotic principles that don't work.
But watch it. If we go outside of that, think of this.
Am I play again?
If we go outside of that and say, boy, yo, I tell no man more want to know.
Neo settings. Because Neo must have 4.
Yeah, but yet still legally me can't marry them. Legally they're not entitled to the things. Legally, the division
Am I
terms
right?
of the children that will come within this thing are not equal. Yeah? Then you know you can't do it yourself.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You literally have to go take yourself.
Yeah,
go back to Cameroon or
no. I disagree. I am not saying, ladies.
Yeah.
I am not saying that system can't work with the one woman, one man. But I have seen it based on what you are saying in this same system working perfectly, harmoniously, like it was working where you met that guy.
Yeah. No man, of course.
It can work. It's just the selfishness. That is why PlayStation make more money now than ever before. Because remember, we'll go back to basics. Remember when game used to come out? An 8 controller used to come with it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man, PlayStation.
No, PlayStation.
Yeah, man, just
but
one.
games. That's again. Remember 64 come with. How much Nintendo 64 come with?
2.
Nintendo 64 never come with.
No, sorry,
It have-
PlayStation. Nintendo. Yeah.
Nintendo used to come with both.
Yeah. 4.
About 4 plugs, four control. That had,
4
and
plugs.
before that, it used to come with more because them did want everybody to share in the joy of playing games together.
Yeah.
Most of the games them were made to what everybody share.
Yeah.
So me and you could have sit down and said the whole 4 we are play the same game and all the same vibes. No, if we are play a game and me alone play and you all I wanna fair watch. If I do so be the case, or
No, you can't
all
connect-
4,
you can't connect
no,
all
hold on, or 4 we have to get 4 separate PlayStation, 4 separate controller,
Yeah, man.
4 separate games for play
No, man.
together.
No.
Come on, man.
No, man. You can't connect. You can't connect. You can't connect one per controller with the PlayStation.
Hear what me I say. But that somebody had to make that hack. But if you had to use the original system, a 1 player to 1 game, unless a FIFA you play.
one.
No man, you can't connect.
You get
more than that.
but no, you can connect. If FIFA you can connect what 4
I
controllers?
don't play a game still, you know.
No, but me just say.
Can't tell when last me do it too.
A long time I not play a game too, but me remember the last time I play a game. The last time I play FIFA probably when me and you did versus each other.
Ah man, you buy a PS5 after that and kick up boy face over something.
Okay, so after that, shortly after that, right? So, as me I say, them build a system for eliminate as much help as a man can get for build. So, how much easier it would have been if you have four women, four wives
Yes.
that is helping you to build your kingdom.
But let me ask you this now. In a society where you have one man that has 4 wives, or even going back to what Kenneth said, right?
Am I playing again?
Are those women really helping that man to build, or is that man seen as the provider for all of these women?
Yeah. What are they doing to pour into him?
Listen,
Yeah.
listen.
But yes, man.
Kenneth, talk to him. Talk to him. Show him. Cause
You have to remember this, you know. If you, when you and your one wife, yeah,
how much you have? 2? Somebody
raise 2. Trust me, one child is not 2 and 2 is not 3, as I like to say. As your family grow, you realize that there's a whole. Remember, you deal with more personalities. You deal with more needs for this human being. Plus, you have your own needs. Your wife has her own needs, and if the wife is taking care of these needs, these children, yeah, and the household, and bouncing ideas and creating ventures with you and rare. Imagine if you had 4 of those people, 4 wives doing those roles.
One day,
You know?
Tuesday, one do the cooking. Wednesday,
like-
one do the washing. So
Yeah.
the burden becomes lighter for everybody.
Yeah, so I can see where that works. However, if you're not a man we can deal with, because you probably are the man we have to arbitrate in
Everything, every discussion,
and these things stop.
100%,
If you're equipped
100%.
to do that, why on God's planet you gotta have more than one wife? You understand? So it's like me and I say, boy, I get a mansion and I have 3 youth. Yeah? But yet still, I don't like the washing and the cooking and the making
You
sure
have to be, you
the clothes
have to
are
make sure,
organized.
so yeah, you have to make
I
sure,
do
so
that in a bigger space.
Yeah.
No man, me a smaller house.
Give me a one bird.
Give me a, yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
So I think to each his own, but as I say, I agree with you. Naturally, because as men,
Oh, we wired.
boy, we will be in public, yeah. And if 5 women pass, you can appreciate the 5 of them in 5 different ways.
ways.
True.
5 beautiful women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say
That don't mean say you have to act on them.
them have to be your 5 women.
Am I
Yeah.
again?
No.
Sure
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, you're a play man. Just how gear play
Yeah.
right now.
But yeah, I mean it works for some, but I don't believe that this system, this lifestyle, yeah, and geography has a lot to play with.
Culture.
And culture,
Tradition.
yeah, because me not go pay.
Not right. Yeah.
Pay so much people.
No, and them have to help. Them have to help my bill.
Not here. You know
Alright,
what I mean?
look
And
on
we
it
can't
like
plan our own food and we can.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine me have a distributing business, right? Distribution business, right? And I have one of my wife I take care of administration, right? Me have one of my next wife I deal with foreign relations, because obviously we are ship things. And say me have a next wife who I deal with the kids them, or them are rotate roles. You follow me, okay? So how much and so every morning we're coming in. Every morning we're coming in at the household. So everybody I get a piece of the pie. So you're not fair say, oh me I gonna give a wife for this, I gonna give a wife for that. Them can know say, alright, we have business operation money and we have the household money. I wanna divide up on do. And as the man, you have to still, as Kenneth said, you have to still be able to arbitrate, be the judge. You're not going to be the mitigator of every little thing.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure that you oversee the whole process. And you're bingo, brother. Because we have all done it at some point in our lives.
Again, I don't believe that
What's that with it, 2?
everyone
Yeah.
3.
No, 2. I think I 2 with it.
2.
I think I 2 with it.
Okay, 2 all then.
No, man. No, it broke and start.
On a tour?
Listen.
Yes,
No, I can't tour. I can watch it. It broke, and then they get the 2. We broke it back, and then we got 2. So come in. So that's why they think of 3. But I just 2.
Man, like the tour idea.
Yeah,
No, man. You know, Rex.
No.
A 2 love. 2 love.
So, we can't bust that myth yet.
No, I don't know. That means they can't.
Yes, a man can't have 2 girls in a bum.
100. It has been proven for years, for generations.
Yeah.
For generations.
But it's more challenging over in the western side.
In
of life,
some
though.
cultures, your wife, go and find the other wife for you. Honey,
Yeah.
I see this one over here.
Yeah.
She's this. Your wife, pick your wife here.
Yeah, man, like when you use the word there. Now some cultures.
That's why the mere fact, some say some cultures mean that the culture difference is why we have different mindsets.
Tell you, you plan to make a trip to Africa?
We don't need to go to Africa for do that.
Alright. 4 months. 4 months.
Yo. Too much information. Too much information. No, no, pass. Too much information. Too much information.
But yeah, I think
the Western society put in brainwash us to be very selfish and self-centered in almost everything we do.
But when you have a thing there, your play. When you have a family though, all selfishness goes through the door.
Not necessarily, bro. Not necessarily. So how you think a man have 4 wives with 14 kids, bro? How selfishness goes to the door? It's not possible.
Well, I mean, he can't just be thinking about himself.
Could you see yourself as an involved parent? Yeah?
100%.
No, as an involved parent.
In what way? Pick them up from school and drop them off and stuff like that?
Yeah.
In every facet.
If you have,
Everything,
because remember this, the women who you are attracted to aren't necessarily that way inclined.
Peter, you play this though?
Aren't necessarily that way inclined. Like you, if you think so, boy, yeah man, you know, so I'm going to bring him my next woman to help him out. You understand? Because
my Wednesdays are packed and I need someone to handle Wednesdays.
Right, I need someone to handle Wednesdays. See? So what you're gonna end up with is
Conflict.
6-7 households. Yeah?
Conflict.
You're gonna end up with these conflicts. So
Conflicts, yeah.
why bother?
That's what I say, but
Because mind you know, brother, we can't say boy, yeah man, I want 3 more girls from the Rasta, yes. But guess what? God forbid one of them breed. Are you still going to be that enthused about?
And it's not and it's not one of those structured situations.
It's not a structured situation.
Yeah.
this is where the mindset and the preparation and the culture and everything come in play. Everything affects. Kenny, we know so everything affects everything.
No man, remember you know, we can't when hypothetical.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Saying we're talking realistically.
Yeah.
As
In the
men
climate that we're living
in now.
it is very difficult.
The idea of girl in a bungle,
Very difficult.
yeah, should be dispelled.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why me think so?
Yeah.
Because for most men, and me as a young man, it's something I struggle with. For some boy, oh yeah, man, you have to have 2 more girls, man, and 3 more girls, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
Some stripes.
Yeah. But again, it's not every man go out and look, man, you know. Zin? You have women who are even more forceful than men.
Yeah.
Zin? And if you are not strong enough or resistant to the culture then, or to the idea of girl in a bungle, you think you can say no easily? Even if you want to. Think about it. Even if you want to, even if you're a travel star, a problem this may bring for myself, you know.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I probably think about the
Bro.
experience we
Right.
have before,
Bro.
and this one can
Yes.
I think
But it also comes with experience.
that's what I was gonna
If
get
you're
into.
younger, you're less likely to say no. We all know this.
Right. And
Yes.
and
Because
what
my
I'm
first
gonna
big
say is-
woman, I was 17.
Remember, so when you're younger, you experience certain things.
You get me?
And you're around all of your friends who are saying, yo, wait, what you mean you only have one girlfriend?
No, but one of my friends, them never know my business because they've never seen me with no woman, but them know, say, oh, me stay. You follow me? I say, me have too much, me talk too much things, them me have to know what me I talk about.
True.
You follow what I say?
Yeah, but one last train of thought, like, oh yeah, what I was gonna say is, right? We all, may agree that we all will
Me play this.
You play that?
Me played this.
What me not
Peter
play?
Pass.
Okay, you're play.
4 me have.
We all will go through that stage. 100%. We all go through that stage where we want the girl in a bungle and we want to look like macho men in front of our friends.
It's not a stage.
It's not a what? Stage. I want to look like macho men in front of our friends and all that. Me not get that one.
It's not a stage, bro. It's not a stage. It's not a stage.
Oh, it's not. Oh. Me not think literal stage.
No, bro. Trust me, it's not true.
Okay.
I know man way senior than me. Boy, if him not change one
Him don't feel good.
Oh, guys.
But to go back to a couple points that Kenneth made, in terms of having that purpose-driven life when it comes on to having the one person
not even
and the one kid.
That is just a fraction of your life, you know.
Okay.
So I say that aspect where raise kids and
lead people.
lead people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It creates purpose.
Now couple that with your business. Couple that with your whatever philanthropic thing you do or volunteer thing you do. Zane, like it's hard to grow your purpose, I think.
Not necessarily, Kenneth. Let me interject a little bit. What if you get everybody involved?
But
That's the structured thing.
it would be great to get everybody involved.
Thank you.
But 9 times out of 10, that mash up your business.
Over here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Over
Remember,
here.
you know, when I
Because of the mindset.
Imagine,
right.
Yeah,
imagine a situation now where it's just you singularly focused on your purpose.
Yeah.
Your business, your career, whatever it may be. You are focused and you are pouring into yourself all of your efforts.
Yeah.
No distractions whatsoever. Do you think that is a better situation?
No, cannot be. Because you have to remember, all time saints always stand true. Make hay while the sun shine. Young bud no storm. No man is an island.
So we just recite random ones? Or?
No, the last one is for you. No man is an island.
Island of a flower, man.
Unless the island full of women.
But you get what me? No, if you want to explain it a different way, I can.
I get you.
But watch out, I think something we lack in a lot of spheres as men, you know. Alpha males tend to don't group
Together.
Zane?
Yeah, because that cause contention.
Yeah, but not that you can't. Yeah? Because I don't want to form a think tank with
Less than we get what you say. We get
you see me?
what you say.
Like we're all professionals now.
But then we have to go draw the parameters of what entails an alpha male.
Alright.
Because you can be alpha. Alright, for example, you could be smart in different aspects of life. Right? Me know so no one can fix car like me.
Oh, 100%.
Me know one-on-one in a karate, nobody can beat Kenneth, right?
100%. Me just
can balance the books better than Peter. you follow what me I try to say? But everybody is smart and alpha in a them own.
Yeah.
So
But remember,
we have to find.
as an alpha, your personality have a lot to do with it.
Am I play again?
Yeah, man.
Me no them then.
Peter.
You know have this and like, and you play that, you know.
Come on,
Why party I play, man? You don't know.
Oh, Peter, the rest of them. Oh, play again, no, Peter.
No,
Do you have those?
don't do that, yeah.
Okay, play then. No. Check out this hotel. That look good.
Yeah, man.
That look good.
I'm not here, man.
Yeah, man, that look good. Here, play, Peter.
How much you have, Peter? 3?
3 me have.
And you play yet?
I might play now.
Jeez. Yeah, play, Peter.
Alright, so we're gonna leave that one as a asterisk.
Yeah, leave it as a asterisk.
We'll leave that one as a asterisk.
Me tell you, so
and another discussion in on it.
me tell you, so this we can go all day. But me tell you, so if you left it for morning, you know.
We're gonna spend this is gonna be the final topic for the night.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about having a close knit
Yeah.
having a close knit
I've
crew.
got edit out that.
Having a close knit crew.
Yeah.
You pass? Okay, I guess that's
Go on, Ellie. Go on, Ellie.
You can get 6? No, I'm at 5.
Yeah.
Hold that.
Them not harder than 5. They not harder than 5, Peter.
No, 2 him have.
No, me have.
2 him have. How much have you have the next 3?
Aye.
We're gonna talk about
Yeah, drops.
having a close knit crew
Yeah.
and how it affects you navigating the highs and lows.
Alright. I've never been in a situation where I have a close knit crew like over a long period of time. I have brethrens where I can count on
Really?
but individually different places.
Because when we were at high school,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
always
man.
I
High school,
always
Always gone.
Yeah.
when we were in high school,
Yeah.
I always thought that Spanish Town crew.
I'm the most lonely man this me know a Calabar.
Really?
Yes, man.
I never saw
Rent
that.
transport.
Yeah.
One I go through the
Yeah,
gate
me
every
one
day.
every day.
In my head, it was
No.
Elroy,
Them meet up on the bus
Bolo,
stop,
yeah,
Spanish
John
town.
Ross,
Yeah.
Taylor.
Lynch.
Yeah. Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Fonto.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Fonto.
You know it's a long time you about Fonto? Long time.
Anyway, yeah.
But me not
I
think-
always thought that you were in that crew.
I was.
Bruh, even
Even if you have a crew like that, still, that's not really a. No, I use a
No.
word, you know,
Yeah.
Alright.
camaraderie.
a comradeship.
Alright.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think it was just me.
So those
Yeah.
I've always been a kind of youth.
Yeah.
in that
Well,
crew
love,
were
yeah.
close-knit.
Mind you,
Me always-
me and this man have the same name. We're in the same class.
Mm.
Right? And we're never that close.
You never connect over that or
but
anything.
as having the same name, we had a little
Connection, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was always
Always.
loner.
Loner.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
From me, I look up at them stay so. Look
Yeah,
from me, I
man.
look up. Me would there run, and then me just disappear for like a good 2 months or 3 months, and then me just forward back and say, how everything good, everybody good? I'm good again. And we par for I look at it, and then me just chip out again and
you in
some
LA?
operate. I mean, you sure you want me go?
Trust me.
Alright, I say I heard. Me I trust you.
So you say at no point in time, from maybe high school growing up, you had that.
I've
that
never
close-knit
had
crew.
any. You see, like how Kenneth can call him Bridging and tell him Bridging anything, and I'll be vulnerable to him Bridging. Like, me can tell him anything. Like, yo, some just fuck up. Some
Yeah.
just do. I mean, like, and the man I say, yo, you really do it, you know better than that, what go on? And no judgment, no dead there, we can hold a reason about it.
Yeah.
Me never have that growing up. But always, me is very acquaintable. Just call it that.
Yeah.
You see me? But me never find a genuine, like,
Connection like that.
yeah.
Do you think
Ken,
that could have been a
A
difference?
boy this me, no, make me a roll.
yeah, yeah.
And not chatting, we are roll.
Yeah. You think
Get
that would have
what I
make? You think that would have make any kind of difference?
No, because I the things, I always did have a distrust of people from here. Look up at me.
It make a difference, I would say.
Me no know. Me would
Yeah,
know.
I don't think you would know.
Me would
because-
know. Because me never experienced it. Me don't know the difference between.
So even when you had
Yeah.
those friends who you hung with,
Yeah.
and those football team,
Yeah. It
still wasn't anything
everything was
close to
everything was compartmentalized.
okay.
As some did operate.
So you have friends here
But
and there,
friends
but
here.
just for those period of time.
Yes, and in that situation, is this person.
So do you think if you had that in terms of
Would that be weird different? 100%.
What kind of difference you think it would have
made?
Maybe
It's
me wouldn't be
like-
as violent as me was.
Yeah.
Maybe me would be like more like none agree. Like, you know what I
When you
mean?
go down a certain road, you know, you have your friend who draw you back and
Parading,
say,
yeah, man.
no man, you can't
Yeah,
do
man.
that to no.
My play?
You know, you're messing.
Alright, for example, if we there so now we are all a reason. So we never have the podcast, so we are do.
Yeah.
And when you see me I go overboard with the drinking.
Yeah.
When I say, yo, brother, we are do.
Yeah.
You remember say I have to drive, you know. You get them little things like that.
Yeah.
You get them and I say I never did and as I said, I did have a very good like even now me I learn because I have kids for learn for trust people for be people.
Okay.
That's how I start come with the principle, you know, live and let live.
Because you're saying that you would have had a little bit, you'd have developed a little bit more trust
Maybe,
in people.
maybe.
Because like for me,
Yeah, maybe would have believed in the
you have
people.
to.
Yeah.
For me?
It would have come natural. If you hold me accountable and we can trust you, and we can depend on we can like confess to a certain. Of course, me gonna
It's
develop
like,
trust.
it's like your Key Club crew.
Am I play?
to be honest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody in Key Club, I knew them. I was acquainted with them. But from the very first day of Calabar, September 1998, it was Slugger.
Slugger, right.
And me
Exactly.
And
that's what I mean.
Slugger met me into Key Club.
Yeah.
And then right through high school, parts of
I
university,
want to tell you something.
where me become friends, closer friends with like Garfield and Peter and Chris.
I want to tell you something. Me and the whole of up here turn friend since we there in Canada. Cause we didn't know about me know about you. But you know some play Manning Cup, you know say me always not trouble. You know some part of the Spanish Town crew, but you never did know me.
Yeah.
That's true.
You get to me and say, and Slugger was the first man to introduce me to Eminem.
Yeah. Because you know, and that's something I said to Elroy. Like I remember after high school, I used to always ask Jerry, I said, Jerry, yes, Elroy. I never hear nothing about Elroy. And I think that Jerry, trust me, Jerry have the school. Like
And I'm so unassuming too.
Jerry
Something, and Jerry
say a man somewhere. And a man say, Jerry, you know, sir, right?
And Jerry is just like,
And Jerry's like, yeah. So anything more I know, man.
Just leave Jerry.
And yeah, so, yeah, man, I'm a foreign from long time, man. And foreign? I never know, so right, I can.
Your mama they are foreign from
Yeah. So when we link again and we are chop it up and I said, you know, and you realize if not for probably the grace of God, but yeah, you need friends. You're not an island,
friends.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. You need friends who you can just be yourself with and be anything with.
Yes.
Yeah, you need for
Hold on. And we should put it in context. Because it's easier for women to have friends. Yeah?
Remind me to tell you a story about that.
Men need friends.
True.
Yeah?
Need.
I mean, mince.
Male friends.
Male friends.
Yeah.
Men need male friends.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because, and trust me, I have a lot of male friends. But male friends who I have are bona fide and firm when it comes to
Quality over quantity.
friends. Yeah, man.
Over quantity.
So, yeah, because I think because I've gone through a whole heap of trauma in terms of losing siblings, obviously, and people. But yeah, about them people that put them near you and say, yo, hold it down, compete during them time there.
yeah.
that must be tough.
Yeah.
That must be tough.
Bruh.
That must be tough.
You know,
for
like
real.
how could you
Yeah, that must be
function?
tough. Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's very important.
We had a friends group in college. We even
Am I play?
we even gave ourselves my play. We even gave ourselves a name.
Perhaps you're at UTech. Well, I was at UTech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ends. ENDZ.
Yeah.
A bunch of girls, a bunch of guys. Go back for address the point where I said women are easier become
Yes.
friends. Easily become friends. The friendship group that really survived, like they're all still friends.
Yeah, man.
But towards the end, you see people start going their separate ways a little bit. The 4 guys in the group, me, Peter, Garfield, and Chris, all of us still linked, still went together and played FIFA, played dominoes, we had birthday parties for each other.
Shoot them up.
So till the girls started to get jealous of our friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama
Bev
show you.
mentioned it. Bev was like,
Mama show you.
if you notice that the guys are the only one that's stuck together like that.
Let me tell
You
you
remember
something. What me notice?
one last thing? You remember our birthday parties that we used to have? We used to plan the birthday party like this. Like let's say it's a party for Elroy. We say Elroy. But we said this to we plan it now over again, madam. We say Elroy, we're having a surprise birthday party for you tomorrow. And you are involved in the planning of everything. You might even go buy the cake.
Surprise.
To your own surprise. And then you have a come act surprise. Surprise!
So yeah, we record it and everything. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
We'll set out the recording and you walk through the door and we say surprise, and you're like, wait, what?
My fine. I mean to cut you.
Garfield's in Jamaica. Doing well.
Bless.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
My
I think
fine.
him is the head of what department?
Is he at UTech now? No,
Is head Hillel?
Hillel, yes. Hillel.
Yeah.
Principal?
UTech part-time.
The head of one department, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
he's doing well, man. I have two daughters and things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. Garfield hung out so much people thought we were brothers.
I don't call
That's
him
it for go.
G&G Insurance.
G&G from high school, G&G Insurance. When people were telling
Grappa and Garfield.
yeah, when people tell bad jokes and like it never really connect, we like go like hint them and be like, yo. So we call it G&G Insurance, covering the world.
I find men make more impactful and meaningful bonding
friendships, true.
than women. Because we don't really have the time for pretend.
Are we jealous? Are we jealous say you
Car-
have more friends?
Me not really,
one
if
day,
me not really like you,
That's
yeah,
a
if me not like you, me not like you.
To bring it closer to home, when last me see you? When last me see you, Peter? I was working in Whitby and I come link you.
Yeah.
But when last was that? Some months ago.
A while, man.
But it was some years ago. And when last I see you, well,
From the last time I go work for your car.
Yeah.
And that is a while, yeah.
but yet still, when we link up, it's like nothing changed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it is the case for all women, but for some women, it's like, you know, how long me hear from Pauline?
Since she find you, man.
Or the people jealous of them friend.
Friend, you understand?
Another female friend coming in the picture and like, me like that one the feel.
Peter, no, you play this.
Yeah, it might not be the case for all women, but
Much have? 3 me have. Much have?
probably 4.
Graphs to play.
Yeah. Now take the double since we get the opportunity.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, it's straight to the point where so we make meaningful and lasting friendships.
And it's something that a lot of times we get caught up in our roles as, you know, father, providers and, you know, parents and things and not realize that is what you need for maintain a balance, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
That's how you need to maintain a balance.
100%.
because, you know, as a man, okay, I'll put it this way. I spend probably a good almost 20 years of my life being on teams, yeah? Martial arts team and so on.
Yeah, play.
And bro, coming out of that era, after, you know, retiring and so on, it's like, oh, what next? You know what I mean? In terms of what's my core group,
Yeah.
you know, because
Everybody disband or
you know, I mean, I came to Canada. Yeah, man.
Good shot, youth. Yeah, man, I hit
Are
me
you
that
right?
way, pan. Yeah, man, I mean,
Are you know?
no, man, I hit me that way, pan. I hit me that way,
Kenneth
pan.
don't even know him. Though.
I hit me that way, pan. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I hit me that way, pan. man.
Oh, like 5?
No, man, a 4, I think.
Yeah, man. So we done this now.
Let's say, what focus now. Suffer, man, suffer.
Yeah, man, it's good to have more friends, bro. Because, you know, I don't think female friend can even understand. Like, I don't think you can share certain things.
No, because
Yeah,
at
yeah,
9
them
times
not
out
gonna
of
understand.
9 times out of 10, you go on, like, makes them. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah. You know,
Well,
You know what I mean?
Some
Some
cases
mistakes
some
might have, some
cases
slipping might go on.
some cases are
and then
unique.
there's some topics you can't talk about them not
Understand, yeah.
Some cases are unique. I do have one female friend who I'm very close with.
Can't talk to
As some say some cases
Right.
actually yeah.
Eh?
Actually
as a
yeah.
man, you can talk to
Everything.
certain things about her.
Everything.
And she
Yeah.
don't judge you.
She not judge. Nah.
In your mind.
Eh?
In your mind, I think she not judge.
No man, 100%.
Yes,
They're not even just the judge.
Shaniqua, big up yourself.
Big up yourself, Shaniqua. Yeah, you're a real one. We have to meet then. Yeah, man, you have to come on the
Not
podcast.
even just the judge. Because me have female friends where, I share things with. But me not think.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, not everything.
Yeah.
It's like certain.
Me did have a female friend who used to go alpha. She named Nicole. Big up yourself, Nicole. We used to talk about a lot. But when it comes to certain things,
As a winner, also.
no, man, we can't shuffle as winners. We no born so, we no grow so.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
we
we no grow. No, man.
I mean, but it done shuffle already.
No, man, we
It done shuffle already, man.
Semi-shuffle.
No, we
Done
don't grow.
shuffle.
No, we
Done
don't
shuffle.
Let me see what you have in there.
It's like wet clothes. You can't.
Yeah, me see what you have
The
in
clothes
there.
can't get more wet.
Miss,
Let's dry it.
Alright.
Let's dry it.
Sure.
It's not
Alright.
something.
I win. How much I winning?
Oh, wait,
Let's try it.
At all costs.
At all costs, even thieving.
Let's dry it. Man.
See that? Can't even pause.
Should I shuffle?
And then my hand set a certain way.
Well, I don't know if I pose. I don't know how we did it.
Yeah, but in terms of the brotherhood, yeah, that nothing beats that. Nothing beats that. The friendship, the male friendship.
the
right?
male friendship.
Yeah,
Alright.
no one never sit well with this
Come on,
style.
Alright, this is, it's
No
now
one
a
never
pun.
sit well.
This is now a pun-free zone.
Upon free.
This is a pun-free zone.
Okay, so we have to be professionals.
It's a pun-free zone from now.
But you have to remember, say Jamaicans are watching this, my friend.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we're done established it's a pun-free zone.
You have to spice it up a bit.
Jamaicans is a pun free zone, alright?
Yeah. Pun.
Pun
Me
free.
can't ever say it. Me can't ever say it. It was
Not a pun.
just whatever Grappa says, just Grappa and
Yeah.
pun free.
Perhaps I do that.
I mean that. Me this. Yeah. How has having it help you navigate any lows where you might have or highs?
I mean, not having my team, the core group of men who I would share with. Or,
Yeah. Sorry, not having it.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's almost depressing.
Have you ever had it? No? Like not having them?
Yes, man. I'm just gonna tell you, like in the early years of being here, the first 2-3 years of
Yeah.
being here, it's difficult because you have to remember, navigate, early fatherhood and being a husband and all of these things, plus trying to make a life here,
Right.
yeah, where you're not as important as you are back home.
What?
You know?
No, me not tell him to play. Me not tell him to play, but just tell him to film
You notice me not say nothing.
No, but you look for me.
You notice me not say nothing, you know.
Body
And
language.
all of us.
Body language.
You notice me not say nothing.
Body
So,
language.
so it's hard for you not have that, because remember, if your partner deal with their own stress, as man, you're not going to add to that.
Egg.
You know what
Thank
I
you.
mean?
Thank you very much.
And yes, you want them to pour all their troubles
Yeah,
onto
because
you.
we're back broad.
You know what I mean?
We're back broad, yeah.
Yeah, but no, you have to come under the strain, and I did come under the strain. I can tell you, true. Apart from, physical changes where you can say, boy, you gain weight, or, as motivated, or, just the stressors.
Yeah.
It really, it palpably, tangible. You can literally feel, say, you're not yourself. So, yeah, man, unless you create that environment for yourself, a sufferation, man. What
Peter.
most will call
Game,
depression.
you know.
Come on,
No, not play. I ask you, in terms of having that close-knit friendship. Peter, boy.
Missed the game, you know.
Too blank.
Yeah, play.
You missed it?
We missed the game just now.
I'm got two
Oh.
blank instead of two deuce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Instead of with you having that close-knit friendship, how did that help you?
No, you see, at the end of the day, you need that kind of support system, right? Because, as we say, we're not gonna be able to talk to your female friends
About everything.
about everything. You can't talk to them about a lot of stuff, and you need that male figure around you. You can go to
Or a male perspective.
Exactly. You know, and we all have different experience as well. You can go to your virgin and say, you know, so may I deal with XYZ. Maybe them have a similar situation before.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You can teach you.
May I have conversation about that?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know? And I want to teach the other.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Sometimes you might not feel as motivated, and you know, you can refer to your male friend and
So what you do if you feel some type of way, like that type of way, yeah, say, you know, say, boy, what this me do, you know, I don't know if that work for you, you know, but this me
and
do.
sometimes even having that conversation, maybe they might not have an answer for you, but having that conversation,
having
knowing
the
that you have that
conversation,
support
man.
system, that is enough to push you forward as well.
True.
You know?
True.
Because at the end of the day, you're going to realize, say, you know what, maybe it's not as bad as I think, you know, because we are going through certain things. You know, me probably I deal with this thing and probably think, say, it's the world on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Right? But when you look, take a stop, a lot of people are dealing with other stuff too.
Or I deal with the same thing and the next man I trivialize it because
Yeah.
at the fifth time I deal with it.
Exactly.
You're just like, you knew.
At the first time,
You're new to this.
Rookie numbers, bro. Pump those numbers up, man.
Yeah, that's done.
there'll be better days. And
Yeah,
for real,
Shakita.
if you lean to your own understanding 9 times out of 10, what you're thinking is wrong. Yeah.
You just need
9
a
times
different.
out of 10, what you think is wrong.
Yeah.
You just needed a different
You
perspective.
need a different
Different
perspective.
perspective.
That make a world of difference with you.
Yeah, man. And coming from your male counterpart is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to be sexist or biased, but when a female will tell us a boy, yeah man, you know, someone go through that and really coming from Elroy, it's different because you say, I know, so I'm navigating it, and because this is how you're viewed differently. You know what I mean? Or how you perceive it is different from how someone else may perceive it. You know, so yeah.
And especially if you have a band, and you know, say, me stay a certain type of way, and you know, say, if me I go through this,
Yeah.
and me can't manage that, you say,
Yeah.
yo, Jano, how much you have? 2? How much you have, Peter?
2.
How much you have? Let's see who win first.
And then you win, man.
I don't be 6 alone out there.
Yeah, yeah. Look,
Yeah.
Oi, Peter, oi.
What's that, 5? No, me not sure for no, but 5, no, 5 or 5. No, make we take a intermission.
No.
No intermission? Alright.
On a roll.
Alright.
Look like say run out of storage.
As well come. No, but run out of storage.
Done, man.
We figure it out after.
Done, man.
No, we figure it out after. No, man, 6 of the drop.
You know, so the camera back here.
6
Backyard dead and
You can't go out. You can't go out. Talk.
Hey, you hear that?
No, no, you're not. Come.
Yeah, somebody
Draw your
call.
hand. Draw your hand. Oh, yes, stay, my partner.
I will give this no man. Don't worry.
Yeah, somebody
Wow,
call.
so like them get a school around there.
Peeps, we have to concentrate.
Focus,
on that one.
yeah.
We have to concentrate on
We can't
that
hold
one.
a discussion now.
As we come to the end of the segment,
Are you up for
Say it
winning?
again, my friend.
as we
Peter.
draw to a close.
Peter, you have to win this game.
You hear the pressure, man?
Pass.
That no look good, Peter.
That don't look good.
That no look good.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Let me try this now.
Pass Peter now.
Peter pose saying nah, pass. Oh, no man, we say I feel pose now. Nah, pass man, man. 4 and 3.
Just make sure say you give him one pass.
You
Alright?
have to move that.
No man.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, oh, Grabs play. So you see that one, the Grabs.
I might have.
Alright, it's okay. Good thing said it's small.
That's not affect the price.
I might have. I don't know.
So you go deuce. Alright. Alright, you go deuce, 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 you go deuce. Alright, I'll do that. Let's see what Peter still. But you know, everybody quiet now. 5.
The man, them
Yo,
get company.
yo man, me I tell you, 5. The man, them there. Man, them are lucky.
Yeah, man, the conversation
It's
good enough.
distracting,
The
eh?
conversation good enough now, man. Conversation.
Yes, we have enough content.
Yeah, man. Enough content. There,
Well,
man.
as
Enough content.
conveniently when we reach 5.
Yeah.
Yes, as I say, now when I was a juvenile growing up. Yeah. Jaja. S again. S again. Alright. So my partner post that.
I can't tell the last time I went along with
Partner post that. So let me check that. Yes. And then loose again.
Peter.
Yes.
I look right now, man.
Look right there.
Easy.
Look right there. S again.
More time, they can manage it.
Whoa.
Stop record. Yo, you don't know why.
Whoa.
Why? Why?
Hey, yo. That's crazy.
All your partner, why you feel one
Peter, you can't pass.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A 3 off on it?
Yeah, man. 3 handful.
No.
Can't catch it.
Ooh. Yeah. Sorry, I'm play anything.
Just play it, man.
Anything I play, anything I play.
I'm passing the play, man. Play. Passing the play.
I think it's safe to say that your friends can't help you now.
Not our situation. You gotta help yourself.
Sometimes you have to help yourself.
Do smell, man. So that you save up.
One of them essay from.
So that you must save up. So you have that then. Alright. So you have that. Okay. Alright. Now if I know him a grappa in okay, 2 of them a play that.
Alright. Alright. What's up, Peter?
No overthink it, partner. Just play. No man, just play. No overthink.
Saw that coming.
That me I tell you, so just don't overthink it. Don't
Still have
overthink
2,
it.
right? And you always have 2, right?
Don't overthink that one me have left. Me can't get up now.
They ain't have hard for.
No worry about that, man. Play the game, man.
2 men.
And if a Peter have hard for.
So if me did have hard 4, you think me just play that one day?
Yeah.
Me that just
Yeah.
turn it over. And that me never like to see.
Alright, my party. Much I know in 2.
No, you stay. Check. You block it. Double 6.
Yeah.
Where did I have it, partner?
Yeah.
Where did I have it? Where did I have it? You don't have no other.
You can't argue,
Hold
man.
on, man.
You can't argue,
Wait,
man.
where did I have it?
You
You
can't
never have
argue,
this.
man. 6
You never
up
have
on
this.
his own a show. Yeah,
You're
right.
lucky, brother. You're lucky.
Anyway.
You're lucky.
Thank you for tuning in. This is the Arsenal of Life. The Arsenal of Life. We have Elroy, we have Peter, we have Kenneth. Thank you for tuning in. If you make it this far, you're a real one. Remember, brand new podcast. Hit the subscribe button to just keep in touch with the channel. Best of yourself.
And like the video too.
That is it.
That is it.
Alright.
Yo, what a way to end the show, you man.
But,
Boy, I get broke out. That's 6 him forgetting, man.
You get.
That's 6 the boy forgetting, man.
You get.